We are still kind of technically sort of recording for Steam Next Fest, February 2026. Don't pay attention to the fact that if you're in this stream and oh no, the timestamp is at the bottom of the screen. Okay, don't pay attention to the fact that it is not technically Next Fest anymore, okay? Okay. We're playing Greenhearth Necromancer, which is a casual farming sim with visual novel elements. It is by the team, I believe, that did I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, which is also why my mod Angel is deathly afraid that it's going to make him cry. And we're going to find out if it does. It doesn't have any content warnings listed, so enjoy. Okay, let's go through the options first. Focus bonus wander. Sure. Windowed. I can move my mouse freely, so full screen is fine. Oh, look at the little guy. That's cute. Audio. I'm going to turn the volume a little bit down for me. I was about to say if it gets too quiet, let me know, but then the music stopped. Text size. Oh, goodness, that's quite large. I'm going to leave it at default. Save, rename, reset, save. Okay, great. Okay, that's still a tiny bit loud for me. Okay, that should do. Let's get going. Honestly, that's very cute. Our name can be Echo. The Greenhearth Co-op would like to extend our most heartfelt condolences on the passing of your grandmother, Rose. She was a green witch of unparalleled power and a healer of both body and spirit. She will be greatly missed. Per your grandmother's wishes, you have been approved to take immediate possession of her apartment. We look forward to welcoming you to our community. Do you revive your grandma? Questions we must ask. You'd crumpled the letter and left it in your dorm when you graduated. You couldn't turn down the invitation to take over your grandmother's rent-controlled apartment. That's so true. I would often be saying that if I had a grandmother with a rent-controlled apartment. There's not a lot of work for a newly graduated necromancer after all. Your grandmother had always been a constant in your life, taking you in every summer while your parents worked. Under the boughs of her beautiful garden, she tried to teach you how to listen to the plants and hear the hum of magic that connects every living thing. Your magical talents, however, lay elsewhere. You were just a teenager when you left for necromancy school. One day, you thought, you would make even one of the most powerful green witches in the world proud to have a necromancer for a grandchild. My reading ability is not so good today, but in my defense, that is because I was reading earlier. And also because I'm tired. You took for granted that your grandmother would always be here. You returned to find Rose gone, and her once green balcony garden has withered away, the air dense with the energy released by dying things. There's no salvaging any of these plants. You feel a stab of grief and anger. Then you eye the humbling mountains of your own possessions and decide you'd rather tackle literally anything else, even if it requires a necromancer to garden. Hold on. My husband is messaging me. Okay, he's fine. He went out on an errand, and then it started to snow, and he went, I will wait out the snow, and then it kept snowing. Anyway, sorry. I had to make sure he was not in a dire situation. Nesting. You kick open the compost box in the corner and start dumping the brittle brown plants into it. As a necromancer, you're no stranger to death. Your magic is powered by energy pulled from the dead, and you feel the lingering spirit of these plants on the edges of your senses. Before you can shove more than a couple in the compost, the dirt itself shudders and clambers up from the box, folding itself over the lip with two mounds crossed like arms. Our little friend, hello, yes. Oh, you're so cute, look at your little head. Oh, snow even. -2. A small green shoot spirals up from the plant detritus, growing and curling until it forms a broad leaf. A form begins to take shape from the compost. A round head with two beady beetle shell eyes and, as you watch, a mouth that splits into something you swear is a smile. Your job is to be -2'd. Sometimes you go to +2. I am hydrating. Often, in fact. Thank you. You are funny, though. Jeez, the dirt creature rasps. One of its arms brushes off some dead leaves. Take a little nap and there goes the neighborhood. You get the strangest feeling that the dirt is looking at you. Hey, you're Rose's grandkid, aren't you? Yeah, I am, Mr. Dirt Pile. Or, you're so cute and a little stinky. Scream and mash the compost heap with a pot. You are kind of stinky. Yeah, they are, are all of you. I don't get no respect, the compost heap exclaims. Just treat me like dirt, why don't you? It pauses, as if waiting for laughter. This is also you, Angel. Get it? No, it's funny, you see, because I'm made of dirt. The pile of animated compost seems to laugh at its own joke. I'm a familiar kid. Rose is familiar specifically. She named me Compostifer. Yes, I see. I understand. You frowned. You don't remember your grandmother having a familiar, but then you hadn't spoken to her much in the years since you went to necromancy school. Its voice softens and the leaf wilts a little. I'm guessing because you're standing here, that means that your grandmother's shuffled off the mortal coil and I'm all that's left of her. Sound about right? When did the compost pile get a southern accent? I do not know. You nod and the creature, Compostifer, sledges back into the little sledges back a little into the compost box, quiet. All living things eventually die. Plants, humans, even me one day. That's the way of things. It's also Angel's fault, because now I'm picturing this as Angel's audience stand-in. That doesn't make any sense. It does to me. It gathers itself, stretching toward you. But death isn't the end. Dead plants help the living ones. And for now, you and me are alive. Between the two of us, we can get this garden going again. Yeah, no, it's just you. But I'm a necromancer. To the tune of, but I'm a cheerleader. Cheers. Yeah, Rose said you'd probably say that. Compost for hums. But it doesn't take a green witch to grow a garden. It just takes a little care, a lot of knowledge, the right conditions, and a bit of heart. It loops its pseudopod-like arms back over the edge of the bin. Look, kid. I know growing things in your whole deal. You got a black thumb. Things tend to die when you're around. I get that more than anyone. It tilts its head. But Rose believed you could be a great gardener one day because you're a necromancer. Became southern when you said Angel. Yeah, I believe that. No one's ever accused you of being a good gardener. Even your grandmother had trouble understanding you, especially when you wanted to go to a weirdo school for necromancers instead of learning more marketable skills at her alma mater. You could have been a mortician or a spirit medium. Instead, you spent years in the middle of nowhere communing with the dead and learning their magic. Honestly, great. Sounds good. Keeping things alive is the last thing you would have learned at school. Your studies were more focused on 1. Keeping the balance of life, death, and the undying. 2. Embracing the unpredictability of magic fueled by death. Or 3. Pestilence and decay is a part of life. Let's see, how edgy are we feeling today? Also, the music is good. Very creepy cute. Let's be a little chaotic. As a student of the College of Esoteric Necromancy, you embrace the unpredictable as a source of inspiration and power. Your time in the harsh, remote lands surrounding your school showed you that despite strength and skill, how death greets a creature is often a matter of chance. The randomness of the universe and the inevitable hand of death make for a potent combination of teachers if you are willing to listen to the lingering chaos that life and magic leave behind. Adaptation and growth are often seen as the realm of the living, but such forces can persist after death. Isn't that your actual degree? I think any of these probably could have been my actual degree, I'm going to be honest with you. I really should just say I have a degree in necromancy at this point. That would be pretty sick. Like, it's not true, but it kind of is. You know? Anyway. Yeah, let's go with yes. Actually, I kind of want to read the rest of them. Hold on. All right, Pestilence and Decay is, as a student of the College of Blighted Necromancy, you learn to appreciate the all-consuming inevitability of decay. As a budding necromancer, you were fascinated by the efforts your grandmother took to prevent rot and pests from invading her garden. At school, you gained a greater appreciation for it. How blight naturally follows life like its hungry shadow eating away at it, keeping it in check. Blight keeps the living humble, and in so doing creates room for more life. Alright, let's read the third one. Keeping the balance of life, death, and the undying. As a student of the College of Cyclical Necromancy, you learn to appreciate the equal importance of life and death. For a necromancer, this often meant presiding over deaths, some by your own hand, but more often death came naturally in the harsh, natural environment around your school. Being fully present for that sacred transition gave you access to its power, allowing you to temporarily tether it to another vessel and create undead. Life to death and death to undeath, lingering until the power fades, as it always must. That one sounds the most fucked up, if I'm completely honest with you. Let's go with the chaos one. I liked that one. I like all of them, but I like the unpredictability. That's fun. I think that in a lot of cases, things that are founded entirely in control are the most fucked up, like schools of magic or premises, just kind of on principle. Quote from Control Freak, who likes writing control freaks. Don't read into that. You're not a powerful green witch like your grandmother. In fact, you failed necromantic botany twice. Once on purpose because it reminded you too much of her. The second time was by accident. You cautiously touch one of the remaining dead plants, and you feel that shimmering pull of the power inside it, the energy of death. Maybe it's time to dust off that spellbook and try to revivify one of Rose's old plants to give it new unlife. Stares at lore. Don't worry about it. I can bring this plant back to life. Look at, or at least undeath. I like their little pink haircut. It's cute. Esoteric Revivify. Raise a plant from the dead. The spell is enhanced by the presence of Lingers of Chaos. Target must be dead plant. Duration. Instant. Effects. Revivify target with 50% HP. They go pink style. Cute! Welcome back, my undead beauty. Even undead plants need water. You know, that's so true. I also need water. All the time. Basic fertilizer. Go on the plant. Take. Harvest. That's a bit better, right? Even with undead plants, you feel a little lost. How much water do they need? How much sunlight? Sure, you can just revive them when they die again, and again, and again. But your grandmother would have known exactly what to do. You start searching the balcony for a place to jot down notes, and your eyes land on a notebook with a sticker you recognize. It's Zygax the Death Maxer, the villain from a cartoon you used to watch. This is your old notebook. You pull it out and laugh at your crude, prepubescent scrawl on the cover, ostentatiously declaring it the Codex of Doom. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 O's, if anybody is wondering. You remember buying and decorating it, intending to use it for 1. Plotting gruesome revenge on your enemies, 2. Writing all of your secret thoughts, or 3. Getting your life in order in middle school. That one! Your parents are classic high achievers, always traveling for work, which is why you ended up here with your grandmother so often. You did not get that same work ethic. This book was supposed to help you organize your life. Like most things, though, you lost interest in it after just a few entries. However, that's not what you see when you flip through its pages. The once empty book is filled with notes, written in your grandmother's tidy handwriting and decorated with whimsical stickers. Pages upon pages of notes about plants, watering schedules, growth patterns, and spell brainstorming. There's way more here than you can read in one sitting. Sunny!
Hi. I love you.
Your grandmother must have used this notebook for her own research. She could have chosen any notebook. Why did she choose one that reflected that weird kid you used to be? You're grateful for all this research, though. What a great way to start learning about your new undead friends. Well, I should change the title, huh?
One sec.
There we go. Agenda. So true. Can I click it? No, I have to go to the codex first, even though this is pointing. Okay. Tiny bit confusing, but it's fine. They have been. They're all going up on YouTube day after day after day after day after, etc. Completed plant happiness. Take.
What's this mean?
Can I view the... Hold on, go back in there for a sec. Okay, has too much sun and too much water? I'm not entirely certain. Oh, I see. It'll just tell you the happies. Got it. Great. Cool. Agenda. Okay, this tutorial is a little bit confusing, I will admit, but that might just be a me thing because there's so many things on the screen. You're jolted out of your research by a chipper knock at the door. Resentful at the loss of focus, you answer the door in a huff. Standing at the door is a woman in her mid-30s or so, radiating the calm yet eccentric charm of a high school art teacher. She has a potted plant under one arm and extends the other to you with a bright smile. Hello, neighbor. You must be Echo. I just wanted to stop by on your first day and welcome you to the co-op. She shakes your hand. Her hand is warm and soft, and her nails are painted yellow. I'm Laurel. When I moved in a few years ago, your grandmother took me under her wing. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. She talked about you all the time. Her smile turns a little thoughtful. When she learned she was sick, I had the honor of helping her make arrangements and prepare for moving on. That's my calling. I'm a death doula. What kind of arrangements? Laurel gestures to the apartment. As a necromancer, I'm sure you can appreciate that dying is not the end of someone's story. I worked with Rose to settle her legal affairs, such as the transfer of this apartment to you. I help with the cleaning, organizing, donating, contacting people, and ensuring someone's final wishes are respected. She drums her nails against the pot in her arms. And if they want it, I help family and friends understand and come to terms with those wishes. So I wanted to bring you something that Rose did want you to have, and to offer my support as you navigate your grief. 1. I'm not grieving, you're grieving. 2. Trust me, you don't want to leave that plant with me. 3. Thanks for being there for her. I wish I had been. It was important to her that you continued your studies, Laurel replies. I know it's not easy to hear. Part of my job is helping people understand their loved ones' last wishes. She offers you the plant. It's heavier than it looks and makes the hair on the back of your arms stand on end from proximity to the sheer potential fizzing in it. She chose this one especially for you. I think it may be one of her more forgiving ones. Just try your best. That's all she wanted you to do. Oh, I need to check one thing. Oops. Okay, yay, never mind. I had to make sure that I switched my shit over from CitrusCon recording, because if I hadn't, that would have been really embarrassing. Prune. Okay, so I have to actually wait between it. Okay, I see. You are dead. What if you were less dead? Once a plant has been revived, you can then click it and use the button to compost it. Where is my
Pink.
Yeah, it's really cute. Okay, I have 5. So I can revive those ones. You really want me to compost these things, huh? Not that one. Me.
No, I want to water it.
Okay. It appears like it's probably happy there for right now, so that's fine, I guess.
Stuff.
I like the stuff down here is tools, magic, and vibes. Codex. Greenery.
Oh, these are so cute.
Okay, there we go. Notification is gone. Yay! Summon a chubby enchanted bird who wanders around tending to your plants. Oh, that's adorable. What if I just cast that? Like, I know that this is blinking in the corner, but you're not gonna stop me? You can't stop me. Okay, these are cute. Okay, fine, we can progress the story. This time when you hear the chipper knock at the door, you know to expect Laurel on the other side. How are you settling in? She asks. You shrug and she laughs. That's to be expected. Moving is difficult at the best of times, and the times, well, they could be better, right? She steps back and tilts her head down the hallway. I was thinking I could show you around. Just a little walk around the co-op. It's a beautiful building, really. A mix of mid-century occult revival and brutalism. Oh, I've lost you, haven't I? She laughs and you realize you'd stopped listening at the prospect of leaving the apartment. So true. Actually, that's not true. I want to touch grass. But it's snowing. Come on, I promise you'll get something out of it. She points out a few more things about... She points a few... Jesus. Help. She points out a few more things about the architecture as you wander down the hallway to the stairwell, across the skyway, and onto the roof of the other building you can see from the patio. Apparently your grandmother had taken an interest in the building's development and the formation of the co-op in her later years, which she shared with Laurel. It sounds a little superstitious, like the repetition of groups of 5, and the architect's insistence on having a fire pit built into the roof. No, okay, hold on, I like that. Fire pit. I'm not a witch myself, but I have a magical practice of a sort, Laurel explains as she holds open the door to the rooftop garden. I think there's magic in everything we do. How we speak to others, how we care for ourselves, and the way we treat our environment. The energy you put into the world is what you get back from it. Well, this is neat. There's some kind of system here with little icons based on your choices. 1, the little green icon. That sounds a little intangible for my tastes. 2, with a little kind of bluish, grayish, purplish, blackish one. Gloomy. Uh-huh. And then a yellow one with like a little sun on it. That's neat. I think the green one has like a scythe and a plant or a cloud. That's cute. That's neat. Laurel beams. Hey, thanks, she says. I can tell you have a good heart. If you keep putting that enthusiasm out there, you're showing the world that's who you are. You follow her out onto the rooftop garden. There are raised beds here in various stages of flowering, a shed for communal tools, and a few silent beehives. Your grandmother had those installed, Laurel says, pointing to them. No one was able to care for the bees when she got sick, so we had the hives relocated. She waves to one of your fellow residents, working away at one garden bed. Good morning, Miss Chen. That kale is looking beautiful. She looks at you, eyebrows raised, inviting you to put your energy out there. 1, nice to meet you, I'm your new neighbor. 2, smile and wave. 3, could I garden up here? Autism! I'm gonna smile and wave. Your neighbor waves back. Laurel continues on through the garden, with you trailing after her. You'll make friends in your own time, she says encouragingly. You emerge from the greenery of the garden to the patio area. There are a few scattered plastic chairs, as well as a central fire pit. You can see it from your window, but up close, you can see the plastic wrappers and cigarette butts that have accumulated in it. Laurel stops and looks out over the common green space below. You can see people lounging in the sun and walking across to the bodega and the community center. You don't have to be friends with everyone, she says. You don't even have to like everyone. But you'll form relationships with them, good or bad, whatever you do, so you may as well do it on purpose. 1, I'm not interested in making friends with random strangers. 2, can't I just be who I am? 3, I'll try my best. I'll try my best, Laurel. Whether or not that is true is none of either of our businesses. Sun, Moon, and Scythe, yeah, those are the 3 genders. I will be claiming all of them. Hope this helps. People are complex, Laurel replies. Your best might be different every day. You can be full of energy one day and tired the next, warm with some people, cold with others. That doesn't mean you have different personalities, it just means you're human. She pulls off one of her bracelets and ties it around your wrist. If you're consistent with your words and actions, you can channel that energy into the real world. Take this, for example. While we've been talking, I've been charging it with a little magic of my own. Go ahead and see what it does to your plants at home. I think you'll be surprised how powerful the effects can be. She turns back to look down at the courtyard. I get the feeling this is a big step for you. It must be overwhelming moving from the wilderness to the big city, being surrounded by people. Am I warm? You nod. There's community here when you're ready to be a part of it, Laurel continues. If you ever feel isolated or disorganized or like you never say the right thing, just remember that people will still show up for you. Laurel walks you most of the way back to your apartment after that, keeping the conversation light. Her bracelet clinks against your palm as you walk. She wasn't kidding. You can feel the magic in the item. You wonder what effect it'll have if you wrap it around one of your plants. You have a ton of little trinkets like this packed away. You resolve to pay attention to the energy you put into the world from now on and see how they manifest in this kind of magic. Oh, abundance, fallow. Oh man, I should have picked the 6th one to see what the thing was. Anyway, I got a candlestick potion. And I got cords from Compostifer. Oh. Okay, so you have some stuff that will either refresh or drain your social battery, which is also what you use, I believe, for spellcasting, question mark? Yes. And we'll also... Okay, so you can either play it and get that reward or discard it and get something else. Interesting. Five, 6, okay. Let's put that away for a minute. They also appear to be on a timer. That's cool. Charms. Cardinal Charm. This charm helps your plants to root out faster. Cute. Water burb. Okay, so we're good overall. We don't know about its sunlight needs. Whatever. Okay. Tools. Turn you. You don't need pruning, you're still doing stuff. What does a candlestick potion do? I don't know.
Yay!
How are we doing? Okay, we're watered, we're fed, we're lit, we're humid. Oh, you can name them. That's cute too. Agenda, notifications.
There's aphids! What?
My man, how do I get rid of aphids? Codex! How do I... Nope. Don't need that. Never mind. Go... Hello. I'm back to Codex. I know. Okay, I'm gonna peek through this. Okay, I'm assuming that it no longer has aphids, as it no longer has the little bug thing. Wow, you just need to be pruned, like, constantly, huh? Damn. Okay, how do I just click you without doing crap to you? Okay, there we go. Plant is alive. Plant has been overwatered. Plant needs to be pruned. Okay. I biffed it slightly. That's fine. Do I have a spell for that? No. Smile. I like that you can click the spellbook and stuff without having the little menu open. That's fun. Oh god, there's more stuff over here. Okay. We're so back. Hi, cute little creepy ass sunflower. Hello, I like you. Plant has a linger of chaos. Okay, hold on. What does that mean? That was something that was mentioned in one of my spells, maybe? Hold on. Elden Ring is everywhere with those rise to see. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I guess it's that, maybe? Not positive. I'm not remotely positive, in fact. Anyway. Basic fertilizer. Hello. Get fertilized. Okay, fertilizer's good. Maybe. Okay, what if I take you and put you somewhere? Hold on. What if you're up there? And you're happy? And my follow-up is going to be, and we were both boys, but that's not very helpful. Oh, Linger of Chaos makes this plant produce wax. Okay, cool. We need wax. We like wax. Sweet. If I take you and put you somewhere somewhat more visible, think he might be very happy over here somewhere, maybe. Perhaps. You require pruning again, because my god, when don't you? I like the effect for the Linger of Chaos, like blue swishy, or at least I believe that's what it is. Okay. How do I... Okay, discard. Gets me a little bit of energy, that's fun. Okay. I want an extra little guy. Where are we happiest?
Oh, we're pretty happy over here. Okay, let's be there. Oh, look, it looks like a normal fucking plant.
Funny how that works. Red Eyes Blackfish. Okay, cool. It is perfect at the moment. I have a feeling these ones might prefer more light, but it doesn't appear to be negatively impacting them to have them in these spots, so that's fine. Now you can be pruned. What are your prune rewards? Bark and wax. Okay, cool. Root mass and resin. I wonder what I do with those. I do also really like the sound effects for the pruning. My god. I do good. There we go. Just enchant all these guys to water burp. Water burp everything. It'll be good. Okay, we can play this for some energy. The ceiling of your grandmother's living room is exactly the same as it used to be where you were when you were growing up. You used to find patterns in the popcorn stucco or watch the summer sunset slowly creep its shadows across it. There's a tea-colored water stain that's been there for as long as you can remember. It's kind of in the shape of a duck or maybe a rabbit. Psst! The hissing comes from the balcony. Compost fur, probably, unless you've been adopted by another familiar recently.
You gonna lie on that couch all day, kid?
Oh, okay, we have an kind of an olivey one with a plant leaf on it, and then we have fallow and abundance again. What do you think that stain looks like? Or sigh and roll over? Or, no, I should do something more fun. What do you think that stain looks like? A ball of worms, Compost Fur replies without hesitation. But I think everything looks like worms in the end. You point out a few other familiar friends in the ceiling. The cluster of stucco that looks like a face, the other cluster of stucco that looks like a face.
Nah, best I can do is saying that one looks like a rotten banana peel, Compost Fur replies. Speaking of, I could use a snack, and so could you.
That's a good call. You force yourself to get up and share a banana with Compost Fur, who rewards you with a big, smelly methane bubble. Delicious. Hydrate, so true, thanks. I wonder, I can't touch any of the vibe stuff from here. Can I do it from... Nope. Okay, yay. I wonder if it just locked up for the demo, though. What do we want to do here? I think we've hit the part where I remember that it's also an idler. No tasks, no goals. I guess I'll just go through these cards then. Errand. Hello, gay person. Damn. You're carrying your groceries home through the commons when you pass by a man with a stroller. Ah, the new face, he exclaims, pushing the stroller into your path. His smile is as electric as he aggressively offers you a flyer. Welcome to the building. Here, take one of these. Our next show is this Saturday. It's a great way to meet your neighbors and their pets. Look at that cat with a horn? Hog. And the green one, but they don't have the name of his back again. Thanks. That's not really my scene, but thanks? Decline, indicating your lack of hands. Sarcastically joke that you lived here for years. Yeah, that one. That's funny. The man tilts his head, confused for a moment before clearly choosing to join in the joke. Oh my goodness, where is my head at? He sings songs. Yeah, sure, that was a sing-song. Definitely. I read ahead. You're absolutely correct, which is why it's my pleasure to invite you to your very first community event. He holds up the flyer. It reads, Pet Drag Show in bold letters, with the theme rough and tough and smaller text underneath. Looks like it happens every month at the cafe and the community center right next to the building. However, the text isn't the most captivating part. The rest of the flyer is a picture of an elegant magical creature that looks like a dog, perhaps? Maybe a cat? Something like a ferret? The man tucks the flyer into your grocery bags, and it's then that you get a peek at the entity in the stroller. The purple creature from the picture. She peers at you curiously from behind heart-shaped glasses, a feather boa wrapped delicately around her neck. 1. Puppy! 2. Recoil in surprise. 3. What is that? I would not call her a puppy, but I will go with what is that so I can get its name, maybe. Not what. Who? The man corrects, bending into the stroller to scratch under the dog, cat, thing's ears. It makes a gwarking noise like a crow. Ah. That's literally just Figaro. This is Figaro for real. This is Peppermint, Miss Pep to her adoring fans. She's my familiar. You feel your eyes widen. Having a familiar takes a rare gift. The man must be at least as powerful as your grandmother was. Seeing your awed expression, the man demurs quickly. I've just always been good with magical creatures. Honestly, she chose me. You're glad Peppermint is wearing glasses. It feels like it might look right into your soul. Its tongue lolls out of its mouth as the man pets it. So, will I see you at Miss Pep's next show?
Sounds fun. I want to go see Miss Pep.
A careful non-answer, crafted to exit this conversation without bruising his ego or causing him to ask again. That has to be worth some introvert points to whoever counts those things. He looks like he's about to leave to find his next mark when he stops. Oh, silly me. I didn't even introduce myself. His smile this time is a little more shy. I'm Gulshan. Miss Pep is the real star anyway. He sighs fondly. It's her world and I'm just living in it. Anyway, toodles for now. Hope to see you on Saturday. Fucking toodles. Alright, Rebirth and Harvest are the olive green and the first green one. Olive green with the little leafy branch and like unfurling leaf, which I guess makes sense for Rebirth. And then Harvest for Scythe, which also makes sense. Potion of Fortitude is my reward for this, it seems. And 3 more cards. Okay, what do we... I'm gonna need... What is wrong with you? Do you have aphids again? I don't know. I hope this helps. Me just yelling. Lobster. Excellent lobster. Just yelling, do you have aphids again? Jesus. Shit wrong with me. Let's get another seedling. That sounds fun. Ooh, another fishbone fern. Okay. Where are you happiest? Literally none of those. And none of those. Okay, so we're gonna put you in the moderately happy spot. That sounds good. Items, fertilizer, water. Oh, you're overwatered because I didn't check whether you were watered enough first because I'm a dummy. You're also over-fertilized. I'm really good at my job. I forgot that you could check. This is just the plant owning experience shouting nonsense. Yeah. That's not unfair, I suppose. You make a compelling point. Beautiful. Enchanting. Okay. Does this do? Will you tell me? Resources? No. Okay, none of that is what I needed. That's okay, though. I have no idea what these items do. However, your ass keeps getting aphids, so I'm giving you whatever the fuck that is. Oh, adds in about 3 minutes also. I was thinking this demo was feeling longer, but lol. Well, I'm proud of your succulent. I'm proud of your suck. I hope this is encouraging. Okay, sure, we can go back to the main story. You hear a groan from the compost box. The lid slides open and Compostifer's head pops out. It's hard to tell, but it looks fuller somehow. Like it's just woken from a big post-turkey dinner nap. It makes a big show of yawning and lounging against the wall of the container. Rose really knew how to grow them, it says. And you're no slouch either. Undid plants, who would have thought? Its soil sort of scrunches up, wincing. Feels like we got a live one, it mutters. You watch as a small green insect crawls out of the soil and then buzzes away. Oh, I should have been progressing for the aphids. I see. Shout-out's like so smart. Did that come from me? Compostifer wonders, looking at itself. Wait, must have been on one of the plants you just fed me. Did any of your little plant friends have a pest infestation? Ugh, I hope not. Bugs are friends. Sure you're not just gassy? Lamau. Don't worry about it, Compostifer replies, rubbing itself against the box. It makes you feel itchy to watch. I love bugs. I'm full of them. And they pre-chew my food. Ew. Come on. Oh, yeah, no, sorry. Angel definitely dropped those in there. But I don't think your plants appreciate them. At least not without a little magic. You examine your plants, and sure enough, you spot green bugs swarming all over one of them. The plant droops like its happiness is literally being drained away. You describe them to Compostifer, who perks up. Those are aphids, it exclaims. Your grandmother knew how to deal with the little buggers. There's a book she kept around here where she kept all of her recipes. You look around the patio for the right book. You find it in one of the drawers of the gardening bench, a small binder of her index cards. It looks like you should find a recipe for apple pie inside it, but on the front is written Brewer's Compendium. I found it! I found it! Is this the book you meant? Look through the book. Ooh, there's a red one with like a little ghosty skull. I'm gonna click that because I want to know what it's called. Compostifer pauses and it's scratching. I also can't decide if I'm saying compost or compost. Smile. Yeah, that's it. What does it say about pesticides? You flip through the book. It's not just pesticides, but also fertilizers and a few different kinds of potions. You're not sure if they'll work the same if they're powered by necromancy, but that doesn't mean you can't add to it. It is your family recipe book after all. That means it's yours now. She was always scribbling in her books, Compostifer replied. Reminisces, that's not the right word. You can't just use any old pesticide on any old pest, you know. There's oil, vinegar, mint, even heat. Some work better than others, and some don't work at all. And there's fungi and diseases to deal with too. I hope this works. I'll learn pesticide. It'll be super effective, will it? I can fix this. Yeah, we're going with the skull again. You got this, Compostifer encourages. You look through your grandmother's journal and cross-reference with the recipe book. Compostifer's right. Different pests are weak against different types of pesticide, and you'll have to spend some time researching how to figure all that out. However, it looks like horticultural oil, whatever that is, works a little bit against everything. That'll have to be a good enough place to start until you can do more research. Time to grab the recipe book. Looks like it'll take a little while to brew. You should get started now and just hope the infestation doesn't spread. Unbinding, that's a good one. Or the infestation dies out mysteriously. That's apparently also an option. Potions. Ooh, potions. Okay, that's fun. Oh, now I get to learn what the potions do. Wow. My goodness. It's almost like if you play the game and read things, you will learn things. How could that possibly happen to me? I mean, you need pruning. Oh, hello. Yes, the aphids are back on my fucking plant. Do people know about this? I know. Stop swarming my plant. It is a very obvious visual thing, or at least it is every so often. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright, it takes 4 minutes to do that. I should have been doing that the whole time. Damn it. How's it going over here, buddy, who I overwatered and overfertilized? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can I brew multiple things at once? Do they go in, like, a queue? There's a bunch of stuff, so I could just, like, do that. Don't have any magic thorns, apparently. I have gray gel. That seems normal and fine. Okay, yeah, they do go in a queue. Got it. Gray gel. Alright, well, I guess that's going. Rain or shine, it's the— Where are your very exciting pants, sir? Where did they go? Come back. Also, welcome back from ads. Rain or shine, it seems even magical creatures enjoy their walkies. It's a gorgeous day, but the wind is whipping between the buildings and stirring up all kinds of trash and dead leaves. When you're returning home through the common green space, Gulshan notices you and waves. Miss Peppermint is nearby, sniffing at the bushes. Play with Peppermint. I'm not even gonna— there is absolutely no doubt in my mind. I'm playing with Peppermint. I don't need to look at the other choices. Gulshan whistles, and his creature whoops out of reality and back, twining around your feet. She has a ball in her mouth and deigns to offer it to you to allow you to throw it across the commons. Instead of chasing it, she waits until it's about to hit the ground and then whoops over to it, catching it in her small pointed teeth before teleporting back to Gulshan. You play catch with them for a few minutes. Miss Pep even stands still long enough for you to pet her. She feels like when you touched the plasma ball at the science museum when you were a kid. Normal, mostly, but with a subtle sense of unease. After hanging out, you wish both of them goodbye and continue on your way. She is still just like Figaro for real. We still have 2.5 minutes until this is done. I prioritize things very poorly. Oops. Alright, we're gonna brew that and we're gonna fix the aphids, and then I think we might, maybe, switch to something else? I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. Ooh, a noise machine. Fascinating. also describe myself as normal, but with a sense of unease. I was going to say the same thing, and then I remembered that I can't do that. I am in no way normal. The unease, though, for sure. I can just stick potions on stuff, I guess. Oh, you need pruning. Hello. How are you doing? Okay, you're still over-fertilized, but everything else is fine. Yeah, yippee, woohoo. Everything is fine with you, more or less. Burger! Oh, fuck, I could go for a burger. I'm lying about being normal, but for the running, I'm normal. But no, I know. I know. Oh, excuse me. I would never in earnest call you normal, Angel, please. And now you get to see how abnormal I get about management games, where I just like flip between everything like, how's it going? How's it doing? Everything else is good. Yeah. Oh yeah, because I guess the water bird ran out. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. Caught an oyster. 21 seconds left on that. And we can discard that because I want a plant. Oh no, this one can't go literally anywhere without being very sad. Oh, that's so sad. Okay. Chat, this is so sad. Wow. Oh, look at the blooms. It says, wow, you've cleared my fucking pest infection. Bee swarm. Okay, bee swarm. Sure, tell me about the bee swarm. See those weird glowing things? Yeah, do I prune that or do I just like... No. Okay. I just let you have those. Good. Excellent. Sure, bee swarm. The soft blue glow of a spirit bloom radiates from one of your plants, a necromantic beacon you can feel pulling gently on your senses. It's so incredible. Not only can you revive plants, but they can thrive. You're admiring it when you start to hear a buzzing noise. Quiet at first, but steadily growing. You don't see a lot of bees in the city, so you startle as one appears right in front of you. And then another. And another. Not flying in, but phasing in. They glow a ghostly blue, the same as the bloom. You watch them bumble sightlessly towards the bloom, mostly unaware of you except for one that breaks from the others and lands on your hand. It's larger than a normal bee, but so light you only feel it as a stirring of air against the tiny hairs on the back of your hand. 1. Panic in a totally calm and non-threatening way. 2. Hello, friend. 3. Try to pet the bee. I'm gonna try to pet the bee. You try, but your finger phases right through its spectral form. A chill races up your arm like you've just touched a ghost. You find yourself looking into its fathomless compound eyes. Though you try to tear your gaze away, you feel compelled to keep looking at it, like you're falling into a trance. You screw your eyes shut and shake your head, but when you open them again, you're back in your dorm room at school. Not remembering you're there. You can feel the dry air on your skin, smell the mildewy smell of a semester of laundry. The bee is gone. You're holding your phone to your ear. Your heart leaps into your throat as you hear your grandmother's voice. The receptionists pour out here, but you hear now what you couldn't then. The weakness in her voice, the way it takes her an extra beat to breathe in before she speaks. Don't worry, she told you, is telling you now, again. The doctor said I'm doing very well. 1. Start crying. 2. Just hold on until I get home this time. 3. Like a medical doctor? Your grandmother keeps talking, like she can't hear you. That makes sense. This is just a memory, after all. No matter how many times you play it over in your head, and you have, you'll never be able to change that you took her at her word. You stayed. You never got to say goodbye. She took that chance from you by hiding how sick she was, and for what? It's not like there's a lot of work for necromancers. For years, you just wanted to come home and show her everything you learned. Show her that you weren't a disappointment for not following in her footsteps. You just wanted her to be proud of you. And now she's gone. Your cheeks are wet when you come back to the present. The bee is still looking at you, and its gaze feels understanding. It tips its little head at you, antennae bobbing. There must have been a reason you showed me that. 2. I give that one 2 thumbs down. 3. Take your stupid memories and shove it, bee. Tries not to cry, cries a lot. Yeah, I was thinking about Angel being like, I'm not gonna cry. Well, he didn't say that. He said he lived in fear of this game making him cry. But the energy is there. The bee buzzes its wings. You hesitate to anthropomorphize the bee, but you already have talking compost heap. So maybe a bee can smile. Your eyes go to the rest of the swarm. They're paying more attention to the bloom than you, thankfully. You don't want any guilt trips. You blot your face with the edges of your robe, and when you look up, the bees have faded back out of existence, along with the bloom itself. In their place is a small jar of gooey liquid, the same soft blue color. You pick it up and study it. It looks like honey, which tracks, you suppose. You'll have to test it out, but you feel something when you hold the jar in your hand. Magical power, of course, but also sadness. The sour tang of guilt. And a little bit of anger, too. It's weirdly gratifying to be holding in your hand, instead of just your heart. Got sumac potion. Blooms can also be used in rituals, you know? You can prune them before the bees come. Well, I tried, but then there was an important cutscene that played, and I couldn't prune them. Blech. Anyway, various bee products. Hello, why are you at critical health? Hi, hello, how do I fix that again? Shit, hold on. How I fix you? Spellbook. You come here. Okay, sweet. We're back up to about half health. Potions. Okay, well, the potion of fortitude was actually extremely fortuitous, haha, because the target permanently gains 3 max HP, and when we returned to my poor fucking fern, it had 3 HP left. Before the bees come, it's so scary, actually, yeah. Alright. Congratulations on your first honey. You're well on your way to being the best, okay, only Necromancer Gardener in the co-op. And thank you so much for checking out the Greenhearth Necromancer Demo. This concludes the main tutorials and story of the demo, but there's lots more to do and discover. Feel free to keep playing the demo and caring for your plants for hours to come. Greenhearth Necromancer is meant to be played over long periods of time. Plants take time to grow after all. So feel free to step away from the game, leaving it running while you go about your daily work, and enjoy the tunes and city ambiance. If your plants are kept healthy, they'll grow and level up over time and give you additional resources. And if a plant dies, remember, that's okay. Open your spellbook and cast one of the Revivify spells to bring it back to undeath. As time passes, new narrative events will also become available in your hand of cards, and some might even give you new plants to raise. In the full game, you'll get to know your neighbors and grow your community favor while watching out for your social battery. Rose's familiar compost fur will continue to give you little goals to work towards, and there's lots to explore and discover. Check your spellbook for new spells to cast, your recipe book for potions and fertilizers, and the codex to research more about your plants, pests, and more. most importantly, relax, enjoy the music, and we'll see what kind of gardener you can become. If you haven't yet, please wishlist and follow Greenhearth Necromancer on Steam, and join our Discord so you can tell us what you think and get updates, sneak peeks, and more to come. Thanks and enjoy, and thank you for pretending I didn't stumble over more words there. But yeah, you can check this out in the demo list. It is all sorted alphabetically, so this one should be not quite halfway down, maybe a third, or it's the fourth one down. And if you're interested, go ahead and wishlist it. It's probably not available for downloading the demo because, again, NextFest is technically over, but it might still be there, so go check it out. Okay. And I will see us all in the next one.